Elbow Grease Productions, in association with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, presents Hi, this is Pearl Jr. from MichaelJacksonInsider.com, bringing you another episode in the life or death of Michael Joe Jackson. This time we're going to focus on Paris Jackson. I have tried so long to stay out of this little girl's tweets, but they have become just too outrageous for me to ignore, especially as a believer that Michael Jackson faked his death. Now we're just going to go just through the month of October 2012, and we're going to review some of her tweets along with the whole potpourri of clues that we got this month, which were so exciting. Okay, let's start with October 4th. We get Paris tweets someone in the dark. Now, most of us know that Pablo, aka Sofurgofromashes, has used that name, Someone in the Dark, SITD, on his YouTube page. He even has a Tumblr page, Somewhere in the Dark. And so this is something that we know is connected to Pablo and, of course, Michael Joe Jackson, who did the song Someone in the Dark for the E.T. soundtrack. Funny thing, Peter Pan, PYT, told me about this long time ago. Anyway, we're going to proceed. Then on October 7th, Paris tweets Captain Jack Sparrow. Now that's from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So everybody's like, why would she tweet that? Then we have on October 9th, we have It's the End of the World as We Know It. Paris tweets that. It's a song from REM. So now you're going, what is she talking about? Which is perfectly okay to tweet lyrics to songs, but do they have meaning? So we are going to see if they do. Then we have Pablo on 10/10 releasing that video with a child's heart, I Can't Help It. And he's walking around the grounds of this hotel golf course with Bing Crosby's cart, or a replica of Bing Crosby's cart, which kind of looks like the Smooth Criminal hat. And while the song I Can't Help It is playing in the background, you see Pablo, aka Sofurgofromashes, aka possibly Michael Joe Jackson, opening up the window and putting out a replica of a ship. Well, someone had wrote a comment saying it reminded them of the Black Pearl ship. Now let's think about this. Captain Jack Sparrow, Black Pearl ship, and the end of the world as we know it. Is that from the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, along with At World's End? I don't know, seems to match to me. But if you're still a naysayer, let's proceed. Later on October 10th, Paris tweets The Great Escape and the word pink. Now we've been hearing about J3, which is Paris, Prince, and Blanket, along with their auntie LaToya, promoting an energy drink, a pink energy drink. Well, I was wondering who was able to negotiate that deal to get Michael's children involved in the pink soft drink, the launch of it. Now, when you go back, Michael did have an energy drink in 1996 called Mystery Drink. A drink comes true. And he wanted to sell it at his concerts, but I don't think it took off. It has seemed to be a common theme that everything that Michael Joe Jackson intended to do in life, he is now getting done in his supposed death. Let's proceed. Then on 10/14, we have Paris tweeting a link to The Tales of Three Brothers, which is a story about three brothers evading death. Ooh. Let's continue. Then on 10/14, we have another tweet in which Paris is tweeting about Nat King Cole's Christmas songs and how it reminded her of Christmas with her dad, which seems really sad, but we have to go back to Pablo and Bing Crosby's golf cart. Now, Bing Crosby had a song called I'll Be Home for Christmas. Now, you guys remember my video, The Christmas Surprise, in which Dick Gregory, so close to the Jacksons that he spent the night at Neverland during the 2005 trial. Remember, last January he calls me and he tells me the end of the Aztec calendar is 12/21/2012. Well, does that match with Paris? It's the end of the world as we know it, along with the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End? Could be. Now, let's review some more. Now, just to backtrack a few days, on 10/12, that's when they had the big launch where the media came out and J3 promoted the Pink energy drink. Now, Pink is a singer, yes, and on the Pink energy drink, one of the slogans are, I'm a lover and not a fighter. So I believe that the estate, which is run by Michael Joe Jackson, if he's alive, has commissioned the Pink, and they are the private investors behind the Pink energy drink. Now, Paris tweets again on the 15th, and that tweet is Pink and Eminem. You know the rapper? Well, Pink had an album called I'm Not Dead. Isn't that wonderful? That is another clue, undeniable clue, about Paris being a believer or a knower. Then on 10/15, Paris tweets the acronym LOVE, just like we all do, L.O.V.E. Now, but hers means L is for the way you look at me, O is for the only one I see, V is very, very extraordinary, and E is even more than anyone you adore. So that's connecting us right back to Michael Jackson. Then I learned that that acronym is also lyrics of a Nat King Cole song, and he did the Christmas song, and Bing Crosby and Nat King Cole are the kings of Christmas songs. And for those who are doubters about Pink and I'm Not Dead, later on the 17th, Paris tweets the lyrics to Who Knew, which is directly off of the Pink album, I'm Not Dead. Then on the 18th, Paris tweets more lyrics to Iron Maiden's song, Aces High, Live to Death. Proceeding. Then on 10/15, our friend Pablo, also known as Sofurgofromashes, he posts a video called Find Me a Girl. Then on 10/19, Paris tweets, I suppose, the answers to Find Me a Girl to the song Finally Found You by Enrique Iglesias. Then on 10/20, Paris tweets the lyrics to a song by The Doors, and we all know about Jim Morrison, the rumor that he faked his death. And also note that John Branca, you know, the executor to the Michael Joseph Jackson estate, and we know his name is Michael Joe Jackson, he is also a lawyer on the Jim Morrison's estate. Now, the month is not even over yet, but I also want to remind you of Paris when she was on Oprah's show and she was being interviewed this.
Why can't you just believe?
And if you don't believe that the believers are making groundway and that the Jacksons are connected in one way or the other, how about Dennis Christensen? He is the author and the writer and the producer of London's Bridge, the movie that Paris is supposed to be in. Well, there was a wonderful fan who did a synopsis of the book, and she compared it all to the Death Hoax, and she even included me as a part of her synopsis. And then we have the director of London's Bridge posting that on his Facebook and posting it on his Twitter. And check out what he wrote. He wrote the disclaimer, I personally believe that MJ is gone from us. Yeah, he is gone from us, but where? Maybe in that hotel in France near Paris. Another clue? Then he tweets this. As long as we all keep open ears and open minds, we can all share on thoughts without fear. Well, this is Pearl Jr. for MichaelJacksonInsider.com and bringing you food for thought. And I will see you next time. Thousands believed Tupac did it. Millions believed Elvis did it. But did Michael Jackson really do it? E-movie book, Pseudocide. Did Michael Jackson fake his death to save his life? By author Pearl Jr. It's the most shocking true story of our lifetime. Order yours today. Go to MichaelJacksonPseudocide.com. That's MichaelJacksonPseudocide.com.